Hello Cancer, welcome to your April reading. I hope your March has been peaceful and productive for you. Please let me know if you did listen to the March reading, if it resonated for you throughout the month of March. And let's get straight into your April reading. If this is your first time visiting my channel, I would really love you to click the like and subscribe and leave your comments in the box below. Your first card out, Cancer, is the Six of Swords. Let's see what else we have for you. Thank you, angels, guides, spirits. Please show us clarity for April for Cancer. Oh. Okay. We have the Nine of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. Lovely. All right, let's continue. We have the Three of Wands. Okay. The Page of Cups. Let's have a look. I don't know if you've been feeling the intense energies through March. They have been rather interesting in going deep within to process and heal yet another layer. So let me know what you've been experiencing with that. There we go. Temperance is your next card. Thank you, Spirit. Please. There's the next one, the Five of Cups. Thank you, angels, for Cancer, for April, please. Thank you. Wow, wonderful. Lovely, lovely spread, Cancer. Here we go. Let's have a look at these energies now. So with the Six of Swords, this tells me that you've been coming through quite a difficult and maybe even toxic little time period here. It may well be that you have left or you are leaving something that no longer serves, something that has brought you great pain. The swords are about mental processes, so this has very much been, it may well have been emotional or even sort of physical, financial, but it has definitely been a battle of wills, a battle of the mind for you to be able to get in this boat and leave the shore, for you to have come to a realization that you need to move on maybe. So Cancer, what I'm seeing here is an energy that is taking you into calmer waters, to calmer shores. This was something that needed to happen. The battle of the Five of Swords before the Six often brings great clarity and understanding. And so this lady is leaving that battle with her swords in the boat, in other words, with the wisdom. She also leaves with, in the traditional deck, she leaves with a creativity, a means for things to grow. Traditionally, in the Rider-Waite deck, that was a child sat next to the lady in the boat. But in this aspect, I really feel that is it a kind of carpet bag or suitcase that she carries, a suitcase that she carries. So to me, that isn't necessarily baggage emotionally, that's a bag full of ideas. And I really feel as though the essential parts of you are being brought forward to be expressed. We have the red cloak here, and that to me indicates growth and passion. So there's definitely a new start coming here, or perhaps you've already gone through this aspect and you're now moving on. Let's see. The Nine of Pentacles speaks about abundance. It speaks about being comfortable in the circumstances that you're in. Now this can be something that you're in right now. All of this really depends on where you are in the cycle. Some are already here, some are on their way to this. It can be a projection of what it is that you want to be or what you want to achieve. And some of us have a great deal within to share, and for me this card kind of pictures that. It identifies that we have innate skills and talents and a lot of love to give, resources if you like. This lady's in a position to share. She's in a position to disseminate of that energy. So what I'm seeing here, Cancer, is you're maybe leaving a situation that did not allow you to express yourself in order to come into your full power and kind of be the light that you are in the world. Now, talking of light, I have 2 fire cards, the Knight of Wands and the Three of Wands. So here is this passion, this drive, this creativity. The Knight of Wands is a massive catalyst for growth and for new projects, if you like. And this knight certainly walks to the beat of his own drum. We have the sort of wild stallion here. So there is an element of wildness about it, and perhaps a little bit impulsive in the energy, but certainly one that pushes things forward a little bit. And then the Three of Wands coming in here indicates that as much as you may be on this journey and you kind of, you're on fire for this idea, this growth, there's an aspect missing, something that you're waiting for, something that needs to click into place, as the Three of Wands speaks about waiting for your ships to come in. Now, the girl in this card, she's ready. She's got her surfboard. She's ready for that wave. And I feel as though some of you may be in that position where you're waiting for this opportunity to see this on the horizon, as you'll be ready to jump straight away. Whereas if you're still kind of in this aspect and cycle here of just coming out and looking at what you want to do, know that there will be things to carry you forward in time. The Page of Cups is interesting in this energy. Water sign for you, water card for you, Cancer. There's an element here that is it's an offer of love. It's an offer of nurturing, but it may well be a little naive or a little ungrounded. You notice his feet are not on the ground here, so there's a slight lack of maturity. And so what this is telling me is either this process has given you a maturity that perhaps you lacked before, or you need to revise and reconsider aspects of yourself that were not whole, if I can say it that way, that were perhaps, not quite ready to make this offer. Let's see, it may well be that you've had an offer come in from somebody who you don't quite feel stable with, and it's not as solid as you would like. Let's see what the clarification cards bring later with that one. So the Temperance card is about balance, about gaining the balance between physical and spiritual, and about a personal alchemy. You see the angel wings here. They're an indication that the universe is trying to bring you this personal alchemy and balance. It's kind of healing. In the traditional Rider-Waite card, the angel has 2 cups, and he's getting the balance right between the 2 cups. He also has his foot on the land and on the earth, indicating the flow between the physical and the spiritual, the emotional. And so, to me, this is you finding your balance, Cancer. There are aspects and layers to us that we may still need to heal, that we've got little chinks in our armor, if you like, and we need to become whole. And so this is where this is bringing you, is to allow you to not be so vulnerable, maybe in how you love, but to bring you that strength in balance. The Five of Cups, again, we've got a lot of cups here as well, Cancer, and the Five of Cups speaks about loss and disappointment. We often have dreams and visions of how we'd like our relationships to be, and we project that onto those relationships, and when they fall short, there is great disappointment. Or we get let down simply by somebody who's not as nice as us, and they haven't got the right intentions. And so again, we feel great sadness because we were under illusion about that person, and we were tricked, if you like. But instead of looking at what has been lost, the universe wants you to look at what you have retained, or even what you've gained, because in a sense you've gained a lot of wisdom about how you look at people and your discernment. And what remains here, the Two of Cups, Cancer, is your understanding and your knowledge and your love of self. You have perhaps newly discovered that love of self, and perhaps you understand that that's the only thing that really has solidity, and to bank on that. The Six of Cups is lovely after the Five. It really does show me there's a reparation coming in. Traditionally, it's about old connections, friendships, coming in to support us. Sometimes we get the apology or the closure coming in, and sometimes we just get the support. The Six of Cups is about balance in the emotions and in abundance. And so you may well have a connection or communication from an old friend or an old relationship that brings closure to something that has gone on in the past or has just gone on in the recent past. But there's healing here, there's reparation. Let's get some clarity cards and see what we can find. Thank you, Spirit. Please clarify. Okay, you want to come out, don't you? So we have the Four of Pentacles. I'm going to pull for the whole spread and then look at them afterwards. Thank you, Spirit. Please show us. Thank you. Okay, so we have three out. We have the Emperor, the Page of Swords. We have Judgment. Wow, you want to come out, obviously. We have the Six of Pentacles. I'm seeing a lot of cards repeat through the signs this month. You want to come out. We have the Ten of Pentacles. Ooh, thank you. And we have the Knight of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the Four of Swords. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these two on here and this on here. I feel that fits. All right, let's have a little look. All right, now the Four of Pentacles traditionally is called the Miser card, which is a little cruel, but it indicates somebody who's holding on to something for fear of not having enough, for fear of taking risks. This gentleman has his feet on two coins, and his heart chakra and crown chakra are blocked with coins too. In the background, he has a whole city, a whole massive potential of growth, but he seems to want to sit, and he's tightly holding on to his coins. Pentacles representing our foundation, our career, our finances, our security, our resources. So in some ways, Cancer, there has been a fear to move on. There has been a reticence in wanting to see what is on the horizon. But the Six of Swords has brought us out of this energy and moved us on, because being in this situation, we remain stuck and we cannot grow. So the Six of Swords is carrying you to much calmer lands and releasing you from this block. The Emperor coming in over the Nine of Pentacles is a really powerful energy. The Emperor being very creative. He's the master tactician. He understands very well how to manifest things. And there we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is about our personal wealth. It can be obviously the physical resources, but for me, mostly it's about the inner wealth, the wealth of knowledge and experience. So the Emperor now is indicating that we're in a position to speak from, or to create from, that wisdom and that experience. The Page of Swords over the Knight of Wands. Wow, that's a very powerful energy. This kind of walking to the beat of your own drum is a massive catalyst and message to the world, if you like. Maybe it could be that in communications you are being this energy, you are standing up for yourself and fighting your corner and creating growth for yourself. The Page of Wands brings in messages and communication and great clarity. Now the Judgment card over the Three of Wands. The Judgment card is one of a final call, a final decision. And so obviously with the Three of Wands being about your ships coming in, you've decided to be in that new energy. You've decided to go for the path ahead. And then down here with the Six of Pentacles over the Page of Cups, the Six of Pentacles speaks about sharing and a rebalance and a redress, and it could well be of resources, finances, but it's also about getting fairness for ourselves. It's also about getting the kudos and the credit that we deserve. And so maybe in your kind of vulnerable, ungrounded state, you give too much of yourself away. And the Six of Pentacles is here to say, look, you know, you deserve as much as anybody else. So, you know, they're trying to bring you into balance here in terms of your overbalancing in relationships, perhaps, or overbalancing in relating to other people. The Ten of Pentacles over the Temperance card. Again, this is about your balance and abundance. This is about your alchemy. The Ten of Pentacles is about shared wealth or kind of collaboration in creating foundations. Now, to me, this speaks about... sorry, I've got a little fly wanting to get the limelight here in your reading, Cancer. So the Ten of Pentacles is about bringing all the resources together and kind of propagating the future for future generations, setting the foundation. And the Temperance card is maybe going to bring you balance between that emotion that you have and the physical needs that you have. As I mentioned earlier, a foot in the water, on the land. And so I think there's some balance going to be had here with the Six of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles coming in over Temperance. There's some reparation here to do with resources, Cancer. Maybe you've been working very hard and you've been taken for granted a little bit and you might get a pay rise. Maybe it's to do with in relationship, you'll you know, the fairness and the justice will come in for you. So the Five of Cups has two cards in my estimation over it. Five of Cups being about loss and disappointment. You have the Two of Swords, which is about a decision that stems from both emotion and kind of mental process and logic. Unless you dive into the emotion of it, you will not be able to make the decision of the swords. The new moon here indicates a new start. And then the Four of Swords indicates kind of taking a step back and a repairing after the battle, a considering of self and how we've gone and what we've done through those battles. So this healing of the Four of Swords is going to come in, or has been coming in, because you've perhaps done the work, you've gone in to those emotions, you've kind of examined how it is that you process and how it is that you feel in order to choose one over the other, to choose to see what still stands as opposed to be disappointed continually over what doesn't work. Interesting energy, Cancer. So then we have the Knight of Cups over the Six of Cups. Six of Cups, as I say, is that balance and reparation, and we've got these sixes coming through here, and then we have the Knight of Cups. Now, the Knight of Cups is quite a romantic character. He brings along this very kind of warm and mushy, if you like, gesture. But there is an aspect, a little aspect of, how can I say, not immaturity in as much as the Page of Cups, but it's a little bit nebulous. And so what I would like is to see this grounded, and I feel like I do. I feel like, you know, there is kind of good intent behind this energy, but you may want to consider whether you want this energy going forward. And I think what it is that it's maybe a test of our discernment here. It's a test of how we see things. As I say, the sixes is kind of the respite and the reparation after a point of stress with the fives. But the Knight of Cups sometimes comes in just to offer the balm and the healing, but there's not so much of a groundedness about this energy. I am going to pull 2 advice cards and see what that says. Well, thank you, Spirit. So we have transformation. So that's like the death card in the traditional deck. And I'll pull you one more, Cancer. Oh, there's 2. What was the first one? Master. Okay, so what we have here is 2 very transformational cards, actually. The transformation card is like the death card, so it brings us into a brand new cycle. And I think what this Knight of Cups indicates to me is kind of the end of us accepting nebulous things. Maybe what we're looking for is something a little more solid, as with the 10 of Pentacles here. Transformation card brings in change. There's nothing as constant as change, and this is a huge shift into a new arena for you, Cancer. The Master card speaks about that growth in self-development and spiritual understanding and awareness. It also speaks about the opening and the connection with the universe, and maybe you've been kind of trusting those signs and opening up to possibilities in these past times. We have the 6 of Swords to start with, and perhaps that little case that you carried the ideas of how you want to move forward, and these are this is the intuition and the guidance that you're getting from the universe, and you're growing into yourself. I'm going to pick you one outcome card now for April. Thank you, angels. Please give me clear guidance and an outcome. Whoa. Okay. So I have 2 cards that fell. I'm going to keep the one that landed on the table. And we have the 5 of Wands. Okay. So this to me speaks about the stresses and the strains and the lessons that we go through, and also how we view them. Now, the Wands are about kind of points of stress in our lives, points that kind of crack open the seed of self and help us to grow. And out of all of the 5s, I feel the Wands have the most potential, as the wood from the Wands can create a ladder for our growth. It has the potential within the wand to sprout new growth. And so despite the energy being of conflict and stress, I believe that the growth it imparts will serve you greatly moving on. And so through April, concentrate on your inner transformation and trust the instinct and the intuition that you have, and allow the universe to draw you through this energy onto your higher path, because this 5 of Swords energy is for your greater good, and it will bring you to a point of great happiness and joy. Well, Cancer, I'll leave that reading there with you. Please let me know what you think. Thanks very much. See you next time.